everyone and welcome back to my channel. This video will be special for me because for first time I will be wearing my very first antique dress from 1920, which I was very much looking forward to. But since I also love sewing, I've also decided to sew a dress inspired by 1920s fashion and compare these two dresses in the final. So I hope I put you in the mood for 1920s fashion and I hope you will enjoy this video. I bought this dress on Etsy from the store Lost Epoch Vintage, which owns the man called Charles. I was very satisfied. He has good prices, he is reliable and very pleasant in the communication. Unfortunately, the package was caught by custom officers, so I paid extra for it and I also had to pay for custom duties. However, the waiting paid off and I received this gorgeous dress. I thought for a long time about what occasion the dress was, for evening or for daily activities. I really don't know, but I would say that with a little creativity, the wearer could use it for day or evening. I would almost say that it could be a simple wedding dress. The pattern of the dress itself is amazing. I really like the stripes of fabric on the sides, which create the illusion of slim figure of 20s. But honestly, I have no idea how is this part called. And look at the amazing braid on the edges. Those florals are just amazing. Overall, I really like dress processing. The dress didn't have a tag, but I'm guessing it's made of silk, especially crepe, which has slightly crashed surface. It's also interesting that the seams are not finished, although it is silk. It's strange that seams do not fray. After looking at the dress, I began to saw one important thing: how to wash the dress so that I could wear it, but at the same time did not destroy it. After all, when you buy a vintage dress, you also buy a piece of history. So I searched the internet and I found the following: clothes should be washed by hand, especially if they are made of silk, in mildly lukewarm water and use soap as washing powder. After I put the dress out of the water, I didn't squeeze too much water and I let the dress dry naturally in the bathtub. This wasn't in the manual, but my inner feeling told me I should do it. Unfortunately, the stain remained on the back, but it doesn't matter, that piece of history too. I've always imagined what the stain was probably made of. And now, back to sewing. My second model will contrast with this antique dress. Since the antique dress looks soft and thanks to its soft color, I decided to sew the second dress in the contrasting dark colors. At home, I found this dress of velvet, which you may have already seen in my video in the form of belt. Then I found this artificial silk at home, the rest of dark blue lace, and the concept of the dress began to emerge in my head. I really like this neckline, so I used artificial silk as an underdress and the velvet as an overdress with a very deep neckline, and the lace under the waist to emphasize the lower waist and the long waist figure of 20s. The sewing of the dress was very simple. The underdress is a simple trapezoidal shape to which I sewed on two straps on top. I decorated the neckline with the beaded ornaments in the Art Deco style. A great inspiration for me was the film The Great Gatsby. If you've seen this movie, you will agree that the costumes are absolutely beautiful and the word beautiful is still a weak word. I made overdress from the rectangular shape from which I cut a deep V-shaped neckline at the front. Then I decorated the hem with the silver sequins. Some tutorial on how to create 1920s dress can be found here, for example. Tada! And the dress was done. So first I will show you the original antique dress. When I put on this dress, I had no idea that I would like it so much. It's really incredibly comfortable to wear and it beautifully creates a typical figure of 20s. I complemented with a hat and a long pearl necklace and white gloves. And now back to the dark dress. They are a bit darker and more feminine. The previous one seems to be more innocent, almost girlish. To achieve the typical glittering impression of evening clubs of the 1920s, I complemented the dress with a range of long necklaces, long black gloves and a headband. So which dress do you like more? Antique or down one? So that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching, and if you like this video, please subscribe my channel, and if you have any question, please feel free to leave a comment. Thank you and bye!